How co-ed are the classes? It depends on the class. Earlier classes, like 11:30s, are usually mostly men. And later classes, like the basics, are pretty co-ed. The advanced are pretty co-ed, but later classes, like comp team and like 10:30, it's all guys.
The afternoon, there's a lot of females that do come, but it doesn't really matter whether they do show up or they don't show up, because the guys are great. They help out a lot, and the 5 o'clock classes and the 7 o'clock classes, there have been times that there's more females than there are men. And so, but like I said, whether there's males or females, it doesn't seem to matter. Everybody's great.
You can go to a co-ed class, or you can go to a class like the 6:30 a.m. classes, and even some of the 4 p.m. classes I've gone to. Sometimes I'm the only woman there, and I have just as much fun and learn just as much as I do in the all-women's classes. And you know, I never feel weird about it. It's never been an issue, regardless of what type of people are in my classes. You know, I go back and forth on which one I like better, Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Right now I think I like Muay Thai better because it's fast-paced and you have to think quickly and move around quickly on your feet and dodge punches. But sometimes I really love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because when I come in, I know I'm going to learn something. I know I'm going to be presented with problems and have to figure out how to get myself out of them.
I really like Jiu-Jitsu, and I think every woman should do it, but getting started, I initially did Muay Thai, and it was definitely a good way to get mixed in with the guys and be acclimated to the atmosphere, in my mind. So I'd recommend Muay Thai, but doing both at the same time is awesome.
I would recommend for women to try them both to see what they like. I prefer Jiu-Jitsu just because I like the grappling more, but I feel like Muay Thai is probably better if you're nervous about training with just guys. But if a woman is new, I say try them both, see what you like most, see if you can find a friend in either of the classes and see what you like the best.
My experience was in the very beginning. I've been here a year and 3 months as of yesterday. And in the very beginning, I asked everybody, what should I do first? I had no idea. I had no experience doing martial arts whatsoever. And everybody said either try Jiu-Jitsu or try Muay Thai. Very few people said, you know, try both of them. And I decided to try both. And I liked it. I liked both of them. In the beginning, I liked Muay Thai a lot because it was a lot of pad work. It wasn't the close proximity. But as time went on, I really started to get Jiu-Jitsu. I really liked it more because a lot of thought process, a lot of thinking went into it. It wasn't just physical. And then when I started sparring Muay Thai, I got hit in the nose a few times. I was, okay, well, let's do more Jiu-Jitsu. But I still like them both, but I think in the beginning, I liked the Muay Thai a little bit more because it was less close contact. I think though the term MMA itself is what maybe makes women maybe nervous, because you hear MMA and it's all this time it's been mainly male dominant that you see on TV. So maybe they think MMA gyms, this is going to be a bunch of guys, I'm going to get hurt, I'm not ready for this. Maybe they think they're going to be expected to compete, but it's nothing like that, you know.
Just in my mind, the atmosphere, you think you're walking into a martial arts gym, it's kind of macho and everything, so.
I think some women might be hesitant to come into classes, especially co-ed ones, if maybe they're a little self-conscious about their fitness levels, maybe they don't feel like they're fit enough to make it through a class, or they're afraid to go take a break and get a drink of water if they need to.
My main challenge when I first started, especially being a petite female, I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to keep up with the guys, but now I'm finding that some of them are having trouble keeping up with me.
I don't feel like I'm treated any differently. I mean, every once in a while, I mean, when I'm rolling with a guy, they probably do, I'm sure, go easier on me than they would on, one of the stronger guys, which is fine with me, but I don't feel as though I'm being treated differently. I don't feel as though I'm being treated different because I'm a female, or that, they're putting kid gloves on with me. They're just going a little lighter.
Oh, it's a really relaxed environment. We don't have any macho guys here. We have a few really big guys that used to do football, but they're usually kind of the more, I want to say, timid ones in the class, especially when we're rolling, which is actually interesting. But I don't think that I've never seen any big macho guys that come and say, oh, I'm going to tear everybody down except at like tournaments.
I mean, it's a good balance. I don't see any favoritism. I mean, the guys are going to hold back just a little for females because that's just courtesy, I guess. Before I started, I mean, I never did any sports in high school outside. I was very unathletic. And my friend told me about Muay Thai class, and she dragged me in there. And it's a good way to start having a friend go with you. But I really didn't have any experience. I mean, I played box with my friends outside, and I watched UFC fights and all that. But just knowing a little bit will help. But you don't need to know anything. Just come in, and the instructors are really good, and all the people are friendly enough to help you out. But you don't have to be in shape. They'll get you in shape. You won't realize, like, after 2 weeks, you'll be keeping up. It's pretty fast-paced, so.
We have people that come in every day that, you know, maybe they're using Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or they're using Muay Thai to help get them back in shape. And we also have the women's boot camp classes, which are a great way to help get back in shape, too.
Okay, women that's, you know, if they come in and say, oh, you know, I wonder if I can do jiu-jitsu, or I wonder if I can do MMA, or if I can do kickboxing. Yeah, you can do it. I didn't do any sports, and well, I did track in high school, but I mean, that's high school track. But yeah, you can do whatever you set your mind to.